everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Julie from Living Large on Lifetime, and welcome to the Holly Jolly Christmas Collaboration. Yes, I have to say collaboration because my husband gets annoyed when I say collab. Anyway, thank you for visiting my channel. I am Julie and you are at the Holly Jolly Christmas Collaboration. I was asked by Jess from Weight Watchers Journey to Healthy to participate in this awesome collaboration with a whole bunch of other wonderful people, which will be linked down below. Please visit their channels as well to get more holiday spirit and more tips and tricks and hints on how to make the most of your holiday season while on Weight Watchers. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to make a Crockpot mulled wine. Yes, would you expect any less of me? Of course not. So come with me into the kitchen and let me show you how we're gonna do it. Okay, so here's what we're going to put into our mulled Crockpot wine. First of all, you want to start with a good flavorful wine. My biggest tip is to start with a wine you already love. The very first time I made this was probably 5 or 10 years ago, and I used a super cheap wine. I believe it was probably a $2 chuck, and it turned out terrible. So the most important tip I have for you is start with a wine you enjoy. So I am using a standard Barefoot wine because Barefoot is a pretty basic wine, but it's not too expensive and it has decent flavor. I'm using Pinot Noir because it is one of my favorites. For this mulled spiced wine, you want to choose a fruity wine, but not too sweet. So some good choices would be Pinot Noir, Cabernet, or Merlot. So start with 2 bottles of decent wine that you enjoy. Then we're going to use a ½ cup of brandy. I just go with inexpensive brandy, so this is Christian Brothers. We're going to use a ½ cup of that. We're going to want 2 oranges. We're going to use both the orange juice and the orange zest. So I have 2 medium to large oranges, and then here are our spices. So I'm not counting any points for the spices. So for the cloves, we're going to use 10 whole cloves. And then we're going to use 4 cinnamon sticks. The recipe calls for 8 cardamom pods. I could not find cardamom pods, so I'm using this ground cardamom, and we're going to use a ½ teaspoon, which is equal to 10 cardamom pods. So I actually love cardamom, so I'm using a tiny bit extra, so I think it will be fine. And then the recipe also called for anise stars, or star anise, sorry. And I'm probably saying anise wrong too, but it called for star anise, it called for 2 star anise. Again, I could not find whole star anise, so I am using pure anise extract, and I'm using 3/4 of a tablespoon, which should equal 2 star anise. So again, I'm counting no points for the spices, no points for the 2 oranges, and then I am counting for both the wine and the brandy. So the original recipe also calls for 4 cups of apple cider and a ½ cup of honey. I am choosing not to add that because I don't like my beverages too sweet, and then also I literally just don't want the extra points. So I am going with just the spices, the oranges, and the brandy and wine. Okay, I've got all my ingredients in the crock pot except for the brandy, and I'm just going to add my last bottle of wine. So I don't actually have a real orange zester. That is why my orange peels are pretty large. I basically just used a vegetable peeler and peeled the very outside layer of the orange rind. So I think that'll actually work really well with this recipe, so that when you ladle it out, you can kind of move around the pieces that are in the wine, around the cinnamon sticks and the orange peel, or you could actually just strain it all out. Either way. So now what we're going to do is this needs to be on low for ½ an hour to an hour, depending on your crock pot, and then we're going to add the brandy. So once you have it warmed to your liking, to the temperature that you like, then we are just going to put it on warm. Put your crock pot to keep warm, and then it will stay warm during your party, and guests can serve themselves whenever they're ready. So I'm going to warm this up for a while, and then I'll be back to add in the brandy and let you know how many points per glass. Okay, here is our spiced mulled Crockpot wine. You can see it's very, very hot. It's got steam coming off of it. It's been simmering for about an hour or so. So I'm going to just pour the brandy in now and then let it just stay on warm for a while. There's our brandy. I'm gonna stir it up. There's a lot of floaties in here, so if you don't like floaties, then you're gonna definitely want to strain this out. Otherwise, just use a ladle and serve it right up. So we're gonna garnish this with orange slices and a cinnamon stick. It smells a lot like licorice, so I hope the anise is not too overpowering. So let's give it a taste. Okay guys, super easy, and here it is. Here is my mulled crockpot wine. Super delicious. It's best when it's nice and hot, warm. It feels so great on a cold winter's night, on a cold December night. And how does it taste, you guys? It's delicious. Okay, I've actually done several mulled spice recipes. This one I really love because of the cardamom and because it's super easy. Also, it packs a real good punch with the brandy. I am not a huge fan of black licorice, so honestly, the next time I make this, I will leave out the star anise. Other than that, it's perfect. This makes about 7 8-ounce servings, and each serving is 8 smart points. So I highly recommend. I will be making this for our Christmas weekend celebration at the cabin. I will be letting it simmer in the crock pot so we can enjoy it all evening and probably all weekend long. So you guys, any delicious wine concoction is not complete without cheese, and to be more specific, cheese and crackers. So I wanted to share with you guys my favorite cheese and crackers and my favorite low points options. So all of my cheese and crackers options came from Trader Joe's. I find Trader Joe's to be a really good source for not only inexpensive cheese, but also low points cheeses. But first, let's start with the crackers. These crackers are amazing. So these are Trader Joe's fig and olive crisps. I have to warn you, they are addicting. So these are super delicious. They're oh my gosh, I tried another brand called Rain Coast Fig and Olive Crisps, and they were more on the chewy side. They were very delicious, but for the price and for the points, I actually prefer these Trader Joe's Fig and Olive Crisps. You get 11 crackers for 3 smart points. Not bad, right? If you want to be more precise, you're gonna want to weigh them out. You may get a few more if you weigh your crackers out, but me, I just pick out the 11 biggest crackers for 3 smart points. Now, these crackers I have not tried before. These are Trader Joe's Raisin Rosemary Crisps, but obviously the same brand, same maker. I am super excited to try these because I love the flavor of rosemary. I think these will make a great addition to the cheese and wine plate as well, so I'm very excited to try these. I'm not going to open them because I'm taking them for Christmas weekend, and if I open them, there's a danger there will be none left. So I'm very excited to try these. These crackers are 10 crackers for 3 smart points. So both of the crackers are not super duper low in points, but really delicious. I think the flavors are very unique and not your average Ritz cracker. So I love the fig and olive, and I'm super excited to try the raisin rosemary. So here are my top 3 picks for low points delicious cheeses. My favorite cheeses are Brie, Swiss, and goat cheese. So these are my variations on each of those 3. First, let's start with one you guys have seen on my channel before, which is the light Jarlsberg. Again, this comes from Trader Joe's. It is 1 smart point per slice and 2 smart points for 2 slices. I believe after 3 slices it might round up a bit. It might be 4 points, but you'll want to check the tracker for that. This is a very close variation on Swiss. It's actually a reduced fat Swiss cheese, and it tastes delicious to me. Every time I make a small little wine and cheese plate, I always use this light Jarlsberg. I love this. I try to stop at 2 slices for 2 points. My next newest favorite is this, also from Trader Joe's. This is the Trader Joe's creamy goat's milk creamy cheese. So yeah, I did tell you guys the points on the light Jarlsberg. This, okay, I adore goat's milk. This is more of a goat's milk spread, but it has the goat's milk flavor. So to me, it's absolutely delicious. It's a very, very soft spread. And I found last night, I had an ounce of it, and I found that 1 ounce actually goes a very long ways. So 1 ounce is quite a bit of this cheese. This package is 4.5 ounces. So 1 ounce is 2 smart points. 3 ounces is, wait, 1 ounce is 2 smart points. 3 ounces, oh, sorry, okay. 1 ounce is 2 smart points. 2 ounces is 3 smart points. If you want to eat the entire container, it's 8 smart points. This is a lot of cheese, because I'm telling you, the 1 ounce was a lot of cheese. But hey, if you want to sit down and eat the entire container with a bunch of crackers, you could totally do that for 8 points. And then what, like maybe 6 points of crackers? So 14. And then you got to count your wine. Anyway, this one I love. This is the closest thing to real goat cheese that I will eat because of the smart points. So super yum. And then the last option I have from Trader Joe's, again, are the Trader Joe's mini brie bites. So these are a light, I think it is light, it's not even light brie, it's a softened brie. I thought this was light. I think I just like it because it's individually packaged, so it keeps the smart points to a minimum. So it comes in a package like this. This is the container. It's a mini brie bite, so it is, again, a spreadable cheese. I had this quite a while ago, and although I don't like it as much as the large, like the President brie, it's very, very good for what I thought was a reduced fat. It's not reduced fat, but only 3 smart points for this entire container. So that's not bad. I think the pre-portion really helps keep things in check for me. So those are my 3 favorite cheeses and my 2 favorite crackers, and you guys just got my recipe for the mulled crockpot wine. What more do we need for Christmas? That's it. Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to check out all of the other channels down below for more Christmas ideas, and come back to my channel and subscribe if you like it. Thanks so much. Bye.